entry of an outsider into a family is a recurring theme in both films and literature. In this very theme, today we are going to analyze Kate Chopin's story, A Respectable Woman. Hi, I'm Sanjeev and you all are welcome to my channel. Let's begin with the introduction of the writer. Kate Chopin is the 19th century American writer, well known for her short stories and novels. As a female writer, she is concerned with exploring females' experiences and psychology in her writings. Her writings also have the tone of feminism. In terms of characters, we have three major characters in this story: Gaston Baroda, his wife Mrs. Baroda, and Governelle. In terms of setting, this story takes place at Gaston Baroda's sugar plantation in Louisiana. So far as the theme of this story is concerned, this story projects the mental conflict between personal emotion and social duty. Gaston Baroda owns a sugar plantation in Louisiana. Meet his wife, Mrs. Baroda. They are living a very happy conjugal life. The story begins with Gaston Baroda's declaration to his wife that his friend Governelle is coming to stay at their house to spend a week or two. His wife, Mrs. Baroda, does not like this, as they had been very busy all winter and she was hoping for rest and good time with her husband during that leisure. Mrs. Baroda has never seen her husband's friend Governelle, although she knows that he was her husband's college friend and now he is a journalist. Based on the conversation with her husband about Governelle, she has formed a mental image about him as someone tall, slim, cynical, with eyeglasses, and with his hand in his pocket. When Governelle, after some days, visits the Baroda family, Mrs. Baroda is surprised looking at him because he is not what she was imagining. He is slim, but he is not very tall, nor very cynical. Neither does he wear glasses, nor carry his hands in his pockets. No sooner she sees him, she likes her husband's friend. She likes him. Why does she like Governelle? In fact, she herself does not have a satisfactory explanation to this very question. Governelle does not have any brilliant and promising characteristics. He is not talkative or he is not even expressive. Most of the time, he remains silent and listens to the conversation of husband and wife. He is not adventurous either because he dislikes the idea of fishing and hunting. And he even does not make any attempt to convince her, yet still she likes him. Governelle's personality puzzles Mrs. Baroda, but she finds him lovable and inoffensive fellow. In the beginning, she leaves Governelle alone with her husband, but as time passes, she begins spending her time with Governelle, especially on his walks. In fact, Mrs. Baroda falls in love with Mr. Governelle. But how can she express her love as she is a respectable woman in the eyes of the society? Her personal emotion, personal feeling urges her to express her love for him, but the realization of social rules, ethics and morality does not let her do so. Therefore, she is trapped between the mental conflict of her personal emotion and social rules and regulation. When her husband informs her that Governor is planning to stay one more week with them, she does not like this idea because she finds it difficult to resist herself in his presence. She wants him to go away so that she can remain a respectable woman. As she is unable to resist herself in his presence, and as Governor is planning to stay with them, the best solution to avoid the problem she finds, that is, she decides to leave the house by visiting her aunt's house until Governor is gone. Before leaving the house the next morning, Mrs. Baroda at night sits alone upon a bench. She is confused over her own feelings. While she sits, Governor sees her and sits next to her, not knowing anything that is going on in her mind. He speaks to her of the college days. For the first time, he talks freely and intimately. She does not listen to his words. She wants to draw him closer. She wants to touch him with her fingers, but again, she has to resist her feelings. She has her society, she has morality, she has her ethics behind her. As a result, she cannot express her love for Governor. The next morning, she leaves for the city and does not return until Governor departs from her house. Time passes. Gaston wants to invite Governor to the plantation, but she refuses. Later on, she suggests her husband to invite Governor. The husband is surprised and delighted and tells her that Governor is a good guy and he does not deserve her dislike. Mrs. Baroda kisses her husband and says that she has overcome everything and that she will now be very nice to him. The ending of the story is open-ended. The story ends with Mrs. Baroda's statement, "I have overcome everything. This time I shall be very nice to him." This statement has two possible interpretations. Firstly, it means to say that she has regained control over her personal feelings. That means overcoming everything is like overcoming her personal feelings, romantic feelings towards the friend of her husband. Secondly, this statement also implies that she has overcome the fear of social rules and regulations. That means she is going to listen to her personal feelings. She is going to be very nice to him in the sense that she will be making love to him in his upcoming visit. This brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed watching it, then please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.